Hey, what's going on, everyone? Jordan over here at the Movie Den. So, one of my favorite subgenres of horror is found footage movies. I absolutely love them. I know some people hate them, some people love them. That's kind of the two camps that I see people in. Either you love them or you hate them. But if you hate them, I'm sorry, this video might not be for you. But anyways, today we're going to go over my top 10 found footage horror movies that I personally have in my collection. Minus one. There is actually one I don't have, and that is in this list, but the rest of them I do own. So anyways, if you like these kind of videos where I do my top 10 rankings and stuff like that, go ahead down below and make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and of course, hit that bell notification. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, everyone. So we're not going to waste any time. We're just going to go right into it. These are ranked for me right now. Now, I do reserve the right to change my opinion anytime, but as of right now, at the recording of this video, these are ranked for me. And just a quick note before we get started, I do love all these movies. There's just some that I like more than others, but I do love every single one. So anyways, starting off at number 10, we have got Borderlands. This is a pretty decent film. It's a little slow at the beginning, but then the last, basically the third act, it does pick up and get pretty creepy. And there at the end, it builds up to the very end, and the end is huge. If you guys haven't checked this one out, make sure you check it out. If you enjoy found footage, I think you'll like this. Borderlands. And of course, for all these, I'll make sure to link down below where you can pick all these up. And also, I'll link down below if you guys want to try before you buy, do some streaming. I'll link down below where you can watch those on which streaming apps. All right, guys, number 9. Now, this is actually my buddy Brandon at Movies with Brandon. This is, I believe, I could be wrong, but I believe this is his absolute favorite found footage movie. And it's a great one. It takes place in Paris in the catacombs, but we're talking about As Above, So Below. This is an excellent found footage movie. It is creepy too, very creepy. But I do enjoy this, and I love that slipcover right there. So this is the one you can get from Scream Factory. It came out not too long ago. But anyways, yeah, number 9, guys, As Above, So Below. All right, everyone. Now moving on to number 8. Now this is part of a massive franchise. Now I'm sure saying that, you guys already know what I'm talking about, but we are talking about Paranormal Activity, but we're talking about number 3. I think number 3 is the strongest one out of the entire series. This is kind of the prequel, and usually prequels don't do very well, but this one, they did it right, and I really enjoy this one. Another one of those movies that it's just... it's the scariest in my opinion, and I think the most well done out of the entire franchise. Yeah, number 8, Paranormal Activity 3. All right, moving on to number 7. Now, this one, guys, made it on my 13 Nights of Halloween that I'm actually in the middle of doing right now. So if you guys have been following me on Instagram, you can see my stories every night. I have a list of 13 movies that I'm watching leading up to Halloween night. But anyways, this is a fantastic release. This is actually the very first release from Terror Vision, and this slipcover I have is one that they partnered up with Vinegar Syndrome for, but we are talking about WNUF. Now, this one is... It is a found footage, but it kind of isn't a found footage. It's more of like a news broadcast, but I still consider this a found footage movie. Lots of fun. What's cool about this is you even get commercials that look like came straight out of the 80s that the guys who wrote WNUF actually put in. And so I just think the creativity of this movie is so well done. And WNUF 2 is supposed to be coming out any day, just waiting on Terrorvision to ship them out. So I'm excited for that. But anyways, number 7, WNUF. All right, guys. And now moving on to number 6. This one technically predates the Blair Witch Project, I think by 1 year, if I'm not mistaken. This involves the search for the Jersey Devil. And it's about these group of guys. They have a kind of, think of it like a YouTube show before YouTube, if you know what I mean. It's called Fact or Fiction, and they go out kind of searching for that kind of stuff. And this one is, like I said, about them looking for the Jersey Devil, and some things ensue, and it's all caught on live camera. But we're talking about The Last Broadcast. I had never seen this movie until a few weeks ago, and I absolutely love this movie. Fun fact, I wasn't even planning on picking this up. I actually this actually came with another movie that I had bought, and it just was a bundle they had. And so I was like, oh, okay, I'll pick it up. And I fell in love with it. It is such a good found footage movie. Definitely check this one out if you haven't seen it. Yeah, I absolutely love this one. There you go. Number 6, The Last Broadcast. All right, guys, moving on to number 5. Now, as I had said, there is one in here that I do not own. I have seen it multiple times. Don't worry, but I just don't own it. But we are talking about number 5, The Blair Witch Project. Now, I do have the second sight pre-ordered, which I think is probably, there's talks about this being the release of the year. We'll see when we get that. But anyways, such a great movie. I think what put found footage on the map before Paranormal Activity, because I think Paranormal Activity really brought it back. But the Blair Witch Project, they did such a good job with marketing that, like, people thought it was real. And that's crazy to me that, at the time, at least, there really wasn't anything like that. And to put that out, I mean, there was The Last Broadcast. That one didn't get as much popularity as, let's say, The Blair Witch did. But anyways, yeah, I just think that is really crazy that people actually believe that, this was a real thing. It's not. But anyways, guys, we're talking about number 5, The Blair Witch Project. Number 4. Now, this one is a recent one, and I have a definitive version of this. You could call it a definitive version. It's one of two. Supposed to be coming later this week. Excellent found footage movie. This is, wow. I was shocked when I first saw this on Shudder. I fell in love with it. Yeah, without rambling on more and more, we're talking about Late Night with the Devil. You guys knew this was going to be on this list. Such a good movie. So this movie, the found footage takes place in the 70s, late 70s. You got right here Jack Delroy. He's got his late night talk show called The Night Owls, and he's in competition with Johnny Carson. And he decides to beat the ratings so he can move past Johnny Carson in the ratings. He decides to do, on Halloween night, do an all-night broadcast where he's going to bring on some different acts, and then he attempts to do a live exorcism on air. And of course, things go wrong. But if you haven't seen this movie, I highly recommend it. It is such a phenomenal film. They do a really good job mixing practical and digital effects. And I can't recommend this movie enough. Late Night with the Devil. All right, guys. Number 3. This one is a foreign film. It is a Korean found footage movie. And this is actually the first Korean movie I have ever seen. And like obviously with these other ones, I fell in love with it. I've seen it multiple times. This one actually scared me pretty badly, actually. There's one scene in there, two scenes, I should say, that just get me every time, even thinking about it. And the back of this release, there's a picture of it, and it kind of gives me the creeps looking at it. But anyways, number 3, we were talking about Gonjiam Haunted Asylum. I did do a review of this movie. I'll go ahead and link that down below. You can check that out. Any of these movies I did reviews on, I'll link down below. But yeah, this is a scary movie. Honestly, it did scare me. And then that's the scene on the back right there. Just creeps me out. But yeah, I definitely recommend this. I don't know if this is playing on Shudder or anything like that. But if it is and you don't want to pick this up yet, you'd rather watch it, definitely check it out. You will not be disappointed. If you're okay with watching the movie with subtitles and everything, then you're going to love it. It's such a great movie. So anyways, number 3, Gonjiam Haunted Asylum. All right, guys, moving on to number 2. Now, this movie was actually recommended to me, not to me personally, but it was in a video by Christian over at Planet CHH. He talked about this movie, and then I was able to watch it. I think it was on Shudder. I can't remember. But I watched it on there, and I thought it was one of the best found footage movies I've ever seen. And I was looking for a good deal on it, trying to find it, because I wanted this limited edition set from 101 Films. Then Frank over at Frank's Media and Reviews, he picked it up, and I got FOMO and had to get it, and I found it. And this is actually the one that I said that it was a bundle deal with The Last Broadcast. So I was really going for this. But anyways, we are talking about, for number 2, we're talking about Ghostwatch. This is another absolutely scary movie. This one, similar to the Blair Witch Project, at least over in Britain, they when this came out, people thought this was real, and this started a panic, from what I understand. And that just tells you the movie's good. It's basically along the exact same lines, kind of in lockstep with the movie The Conjuring 2. So these both must be inspired by that true story from The Conjuring 2. But I absolutely enjoy it. And this release is so cool. You see that, guys? Yeah, I mean, it's awesome. And there's the movie in there. But definitely, I'll link down below where you can check this out, or if you want to purchase it. This one, if you want a set like this, you will have to get it secondhand, because this is out of print. But you can get just the case like this. But if you want to check it out and try it before you buy it, it is up. You can watch it. I highly recommend this. Again, one of my favorite of all time found footage movies. Or if you want to pick it up, I don't even think, if you haven't seen it, make this a blind buy. You're going to love it anyway. That's how highly I think of this movie. Anyways, number 2, Ghostwatch. All right, guys. And number 1. Now, this one's going to be controversial. Some of you guys will hate me for this and probably click off after this video. But for me, this is my favorite. I've seen this multiple times, and I had to buy the Umbrella release that just came out. You probably already know what it is by saying that. And this movie is one of those that legitimately scared me. I had trouble even after the movie. That never happens. This one and the 4th one, they really got to me. But I didn't want to put multiples from the same franchise on this list, so I just tried to pick, if there was a franchise, I tried to pick one movie from each of the franchises. But I got to go with my absolute favorite found footage movie right now, House LLC. Creepy movie. It might be because I don't like clowns. That could be part of it. I mean, really, with clowns, it's just the original 90s Tim Curry Pennywise the clown. I don't like that. But, man, they do such a good job with atmosphere, timing, holding on to certain shots for a certain amount of time to build that tension and anxiety. Really the whole franchise is phenomenal. You can just watch these back to back because they all blend into each other really well. But this is available on Shudder. I know that. They do have both the theatrical cut and the director's cut. The director's cut, I recommend that one because they do have a few more extra scenes, obviously, that I think just make it even better. But yeah, guys, definitely check this out. I can't recommend this one enough. My number 1 pick for found footage movies, House LLC. And guys, that's my list. That's my ranking. If you guys like this list, or if you agreed or disagree or whatnot, let me know down below if you guys agreed with me. And if you didn't and you have your own list, go down there and let me know what your list is. I'd love to see that. I'd love to check them out. And there might be some that I haven't seen that I would love to go watch. Because like I said, this is my favorite genre, so I'm always looking for new found footage movies to check out. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, as always, please go down below, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and of course, hit that bell notification. Guys, here pretty soon, I'm supposed to be getting my Late Night with the Devil. It says supposed to be coming on Halloween, so that'd be really cool if it did. I prefer it before then, obviously. But anyways, guys, that's all I have for you today. You all take care.